What's up, guys? My name is Ace, and I just recently hit Master Prestige on the Xbox One for Black Ops 3, and I thought it was time to do an updated class setup video, and I also wanted to share my stats and all that kind of stuff because I get asked to see that a lot, so might as well cover it all in one video. But first, let's cover the class setups. So first off, I just want to explain with all of these classes, these are very constantly changing still. Like, these aren't set in stone. None of these classes are set in stone. You'll see when I live stream, like, I'll take this class and I'll just pop the KN-44 off and I'll swap it out for an HVK or something like that. And then I'll put my HVK attachments, whatever I want on there. So just keep that in mind. These aren't my set in stone classes, but generally the perks are somewhat set in stone, and it gives you kind of a taste for what kind of variety I like to have in my class setups. So first off here, we have the KN-44. I like to run it. I'm kind of messing around with the ELO sight. I love the iron sights on the KN-44, but recently I've been liking the ELO sight just as a change of pace to give me a different feel. Quick draw, obviously. I'll go with either grip or suppressor. It really depends on just how I feel like running it at the time. So grip or suppressor. This one's got an XM53, flak jacket, fast hands, awareness, and tac mask. These perks here are kind of my standard perk setups in general. They will change a little bit, as you'll see as we go through here, but like flak jacket is almost a must-have in a lot of my classes because I play a lot of objective game modes and there's a lot of frags and stuff on objectives. Fast hands also, it is one of my crutch perks now because I run that with quick draw all the time, and when you combine quick draw and fast hands, it definitely helps a lot for winning gunfights. Next, I just happen to have my Fury's Song class here. This is the one I used for getting diamond camo on my Fury's Song, which is all the same camo challenge as the combat knife. But this one's just a fun class. I don't have flak jacket, but I'm going to be moving around so much with this class anyways and flanking that I usually don't have to worry about it too much, except for trip mines, but that's why we have hardwired. So we've got hardwired on there. I can sneak up on enemies even if they have 6th sense. I've got scavenger. That's just to replenish my combat axes, which are just a fun little addition to this class. It allows me to challenge those situations where I can't quite close the distance with the sword, but I can try them with the combat axes. We've got awareness again and tac masks, so they can't stun me as I'm rushing towards them. Next up, we have this Argus class here, and this one, honestly, I can swap out for any shotgun. This is basically just a shotgun class, I would call it. But I'm running quick draw, rapid fire, and stock. I like those 3 attachments on the Argus. Like I've said in the past, I don't really feel like I need an optic on the Argus. I do just fine with the iron sights. Again, we've got flak jacket, and we've got fast hands, so I can just snap on a target nice and fast. Again, we also have awareness and tac mask. Awareness is great, especially for rushing. A lot of people think awareness is a purely camping perk, and I strongly disagree with that. I'm rushing around constantly. I'm using awareness to my advantage while I'm moving around the map, while I'm pushing in towards the enemy spawn, and you can clearly see that when I've got it on a shotgun class here. I'm not sitting in corners waiting for people to come to me. I'm hearing people as I'm pushing towards them. Also, tac mask, again, just a great perk so you don't get stunned. It'll save you in a lot of situations. Next, we've got an LMG class, and again, this can be swapped out for a BRM, a Gorgon, the Dredge, an assault rifle even. It can be swapped out for anything. And this one I've also got Engineer on, just as a little change of pace, just in case I feel like there's a situation where I want Engineer so I can see streaks through walls. Got the XM53, which honestly, it should be the Black Cell. I didn't really look this class over. It should be the Black Cell if I'm using this with an Engineer class, because it's designed to really shoot down streaks and just be kind of that streak class. It's great for safeguard as well. We've got a concussion on there just because it was an extra slot that I happen to have. And honestly, these 2 perks, or these 2 attachments, are the only 2 attachments I ever like running on the Dingo. I really like the iron sights on the Dingo, so I usually don't run an optic. And like, I've tried rapid fire out, but I feel like it just throws the accuracy off a little bit too much. And extended mag and fast mag, they're not really necessary. Same thing with stock or any of these attachments. Just quick draw and foregrip is what I like. But again, you can see the trend, flak jacket, fast hands combined with the quick draw, and then we've got our tac mask and engineer. With this one, I don't feel like I need awareness because I'm not really getting close to my enemies, or that's not the plan. I'm trying to keep them at a distance anyways. Next up, we have our M8A7 class. This is a class I'll often pull out when I'm playing against those type of people that are like really trying their absolute hardest to win. They're using like the MLG setups. So this is my like counter MLG setup, I guess. So I like to always have this class ready to go. We've got the reflex sight. For some reason, I just prefer reflex over elo. Don't ask why. I just prefer it over the elo on some guns, especially the assault rifles. And then we've got quick draw and rapid fire, which is an awesome setup for the M8 in my opinion. Got the XM53 that allows me to free fire if I get into a sticky situation where I run out of ammo or something, but it also allows me to shoot down streaks. Black jacket, fast hands, awareness, and tac mask, of course, just like all the other ones. Now the Weevil, this one's a little bit of a different class, and I really like running this one. when I like to stack my attachments and go really attachment heavy on it. So the Weevil, I've got Quick Draw, Foregrip, Stock, and Suppressor. So this is very, very versatile, very mobile, very accurate as well with the Foregrip. Because the Weevil is pretty accurate as is, but when you toss a Foregrip on there, it's just a laser beam. This thing is I'm very comfortable challenging people at assault rifle ranges with this Weevil, even with the Suppressor on, just because of that Foregrip, and that Stock allows me to strafe into my shots a whole lot better. So I love this setup with the Weevil. I find it to be very effective. And then for perks, we got Flak Jacket, we got Fast Hands, and we have Dead Silence. So this is also kind of my flanking silent class. So if I've got enemies that are definitely like sound whoring me, I will switch to this one. And I don't have Tac Mask on this, but it is great for flanking and getting up close and personal with your enemies without them hearing you. Next, we've got an ICR class here, which can be, I swap it out for the Man of War, I swap it out for HVK sometimes. It's another one of those things where I can just swap this out for whatever assault rifle that fills a similar role to the ICR. I've got Quick Draw, Grip, and Long Barrel. I don't really use the ICR that often, though. We've got a Black Cell, Concussion, and again, this same setup here for perks. Next, this is like a really good go-to all-around objective class. This is something that I can put on, and I can play any role I want with this. I've got the Kuda with Quick Draw and Stock. I don't know if you guys haven't been around for a little while. Stock on SMGs is very, very powerful. It's very hard to keep track of somebody that's strafing side to side with a stock. People ask me why I use the stock quite often, and that is a simple reason. It's very, very difficult to shoot me while I'm strafing side to side in a gunfight. Quick Draw, obviously, combine that with Fast Hands, you can snap on a target really quickly, especially since the hidden nerf that happened to pretty much all, or a bunch of the SMGs, not all of them, but the Kuda was one of them, where they decreased the aim down sight, and I think also the sprint out time, if I remember correctly. But again, we've got Flak Jacket, we've got Dead Silence, and we've got Tac Mask on this class. This is a great objective class, like I said, very, very versatile, great for slaying enemies as well. Next up, this is just like a fun class I like to mess around with. I love using the MR6 because I've got a decent trigger finger, and this is really the only gun that allows me to kind of show that off in game. So I like doing that. It still kind of caps out. It doesn't fire as fast as I would like it to fire, but it's still really fun to use just as a change of pace. It's just as good as any primary if you have a good trigger finger, and it's just a really fun, enjoyable class. You'll see me mess around with this on stream every now and then. Obviously, we've got Scavenger for our combat axes, and then we've got just our Flak Jacket, Awareness, and Tac Mask. And then finally, we just have a Sniper class here. Not really a whole lot to say about this. Pretty basic. I've got the secondary there. Got a Shock Charge to watch my back if I need to. Cold-Blooded to counter any thermal snipers that might be trying to counter-snipe me. And Fast Hands to swap between pistol really quick, and Awareness to hear enemies coming as they try to sneak up on me. So there we go. I think I blasted through those classes relatively quickly, which is good because that usually takes forever. Let's just get into my stats now. I don't know exactly how I want to approach this. These are my basic stats. So overall, I've got a 2.44 kill-death ratio, and it's pretty close to the same on PS4 as well, because I am several prestiges into the PS4. Win-loss ratio is 4.8. Keep in mind, I play with viewers almost all the time, so I play with like a full party most of the time. So I'm under no illusion that my win-loss ratio is definitely skewed. If I played solo, it would be far lower than this. I totally acknowledge that, but I enjoy playing with viewers. I like messing around with you guys when I'm streaming and everything. It's a lot of fun, so that's why my win-loss ratio is so high. And then my score per minute is 416, which isn't bad considering how much Safeguard I play, because my Safeguard score per minute's like in the 200s, because you don't get a ton of score in Safeguard usually. Let's just move into, I guess, our main medals anyways. I'm not going to go through every single medal here, but I'll just kind of scroll through. You can pause it if you want to see some of these medals. You'll notice I found it kind of interesting. I've got 8 mega kills and 9 super kills and 1 kill chain, but I still don't have an ultra kill on Xbox. I have an ultra kill on PS4, but not on Xbox, unfortunately. But we'll scroll just through this here. I only have 1 nuclear. That's because I've only really gone for nuclears a couple times. I don't really enjoy playing in that way because you got to play a little bit more passive and everything. I like playing in a very aggressive way that's exciting to watch. So that's why I like to just mess around and not really think about nuclears, not really go for nuclears at all. Because when I do go for nuclears, I can pull them off. It's just, I just don't like the way that it forces me to play. I don't think it's really worth showing all these specialists and ones and everything. I don't want this video to be half an hour long or anything like that. What else is there to show here? Got my calling card showcase. We got our Chain Killer, Nuclear Killer, and Obtained, which is for the Dark Matter, because I unlocked that. Let's go over our weapons real quick. I like to use as much variety as possible. I used the VMP a ton when the game first came out, though. It was my go-to weapon, And just recently, actually very recently, the Kuda just took the top spot for me as far as weapons go. KN, I use this quite a bit. It's a very versatile gun. I've got our M8 there, also very versatile. I love using the Dingo. I feel like the Dingo is very underrated. We've got the Weevil there, also quite underrated. A lot of people would be surprised at how high up that is on my list there. But you can pause it if you ever want to see, if you want to see like the accuracy stats and KD and all that kind of stuff. But I'll scroll through at a decent pace here. I'm pretty happy with the fact that I have more than 1,000 kills with a lot of the guns in the game. I know there's still, like, I've got 3,000 kills with some of them and only 1,000 with others, but I'm still proud of the fact that I've been using quite a bit of variety, because in Advanced Warfare, at about this time last year, I think I had like 12,000 kills with the AK-12, and then the next highest was like 2,000 or something like that. I didn't use nearly as much variety in Advanced Warfare, so kind of proud of the fact that I have a little bit more variety here. Obviously, I don't really use the Locust too much. Pretty proud of this as well. While going for Dark Matter for the combat knife, I have a 1.8 KD with a combat knife, so not bad. Not bad. Alright, and then the Fury Song, 1.49 KD, so it's still not too bad for like knife only or sword only type thing. And I think that is it. Butterfly Knife. Yeah, I just recently unlocked that. I haven't used it yet on the Xbox because I had the sword. This one, not really that important to note. You'll just see that I usually use concussions. As for specialists, I guess we'll scroll through that so you can see like my kills per use and stuff. So you can see what works most effective for me, I guess. As you can see, I really liked the Tempest when I first started, because I feel like the Tempest gives you like the most opportunity for kill chains and things like that. But we'll scroll through here. You can see most of them I'm getting like 2 to 3 kills per use, which is pretty decent. I mean, it's going to change for some of them, like Overdrive, but the abilities, a lot of times, they're not used for getting kills. They're used in a more passive way. But we'll just scroll our way through here, go a little bit faster. You can always pause it if you need to see something, like I said. And there we go. We covered all of those. This one I really wanted to point out. So UAV I use almost all the time. Like, it's just a good starter streak. It helps the whole team out. It's easy to earn. You're going to earn several in a game usually. Talon. Now I want you to pay attention. Kills per use, 4.83. And then just compare that to all the other streaks as I go through here. So it's counter UAV. Hellstorm, kill per use, 1.4, not that great. That's a hater, that's assist per use. I've got, for the Hardened Sentry, 1.8 kills per use, and I actually love the Hardened Sentry. I think it's one of the better streaks. The Wraith, which is harder to earn than the Talon, or it's a higher streak than the Talon, 3.17 compared to the 4 that I had for the Talon. Lightning Strike, I don't get as many kills as I do with the Hellstorm. Wraps, again, pretty good, but not nearly as good as the Talon as far as kills per use. And again, it's a higher streak than the Talon. Cerberus, HCXD, don't really use. Mothership. This is why I don't go for Motherships. It's not that I can't earn Motherships, but I've earned 4 so far, and my kills per use is 3.25 compared to my, what was it, like 4.8 or something with a Talon. The Talon is, in my opinion, the best bang for your buck. I've been saying this since, I think the beta actually. Yeah, since the beta I've been saying the Talon is going to give you your best bang for your buck as far as kills per use, and I highly recommend it. Make sure you're controlling it though. I mean, you can let it follow you around, it still does get kills, but when you control it and you push your enemies back into the spawn, that's why I have so many kills per use with the Talon. So I think that is pretty much it, but I did want to show one more thing here. I wanted to show my a few of my medals. So I've got all of the killer challenges done, I've got career challenges done. Humiliation, I think I just need to do a few of these that I just don't ever use, like Semtexes or anything, so therefore I don't have any of those done. And then, oh yeah, frag grenades I don't use too often, and then the depth charge ones. Oh, I'm actually surprised I have 3 of those. And Knuckle Duster, that'll just happen as I continue playing gun game. The important ones I wanted to point out were the Dark Ops ones, because a lot of people are going to ask about that. Here are all my Dark Ops challenges for Xbox. Keep in mind, on PS4, I also have the Ultra Killer one, which is this one. I have that one completed, but I don't have it on Xbox yet. But you can see, we've got our Relentless, which requires 10 Relentless medals, just for those of you that were wondering, because I was kind of wondering, was like, how do I have Brutal and Nuclear, but I didn't have a Relentless for a long time? Because you need 10 of these, but you only need 1 Brutal or 1 Nuclear to get the calling card. And we've got our Frenzy, Super, Mega. This one's for the Ultra Kill. This one's Chain Killer. This Obtained one is for getting Dark Matter. Calamity is when you can kill an entire team of 6 or more players in a very short time with a specialist weapon, so you have to get like a super kill or better with a specialist weapon. I did that with the Tempest, and then I've done it several times with Gravity Spikes. I've done it with The War Machine, I've done it with various streaks. The Purifier a couple times probably. So you can definitely do that with lots of streaks. This one is very random as far as how you get it. You kill an enemy who survived damage from 5 teammates in the same life. It actually took me quite a long time. I don't think I got this until like 8th or 9th prestige, which is pretty funny, whereas some people were getting it like 1st prestige. And then I don't have like Dr. Lung, for instance. There's a few of these that I definitely don't have yet, but hopefully I will get some more of those as the game goes on. So I think that is pretty much everything I wanted to show you guys. I don't think there's really anything else that's really all that important to share. Like I said, I don't want this video to go on for too long. I'd like to know in the comment section below, what prestige are you guys on right now, and do you think you're going to make it to Master Prestige? Or do you think you're going to make it all the way up to level 1000, which I think they call Grandmaster Prestige? Let me know in the comment section below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys next time.